Trinity X checking in. Client messages Lockie, said he wants to cancel coaching 4 weeks in, does not give a reason. What do you do? All right, we're just going to proceed where we were. Show me the message you draft. Read it out for me. No, read out his message that he sent to you.
Hey Lock, I think I'm going to cancel my Coach Kennett subscription. I'm pretty happy with how I'm going and I'm feeling heaps better about my overall health and exercise routines. Just want to thank you for everything you've done for me and help me get on the right track. Cheers, boss man.
Sounds like a client has been working with you for at least 4, 5, 6 months.
Yeah.
With that message. Okay, so no idea why it's come out. Hasn't missed a coaching call. Adherence has been great.
And been getting basically instant results with goal was increased muscle mass, and he's always been pretty skinny, so but he's already the scale's going up.
And then we look at money as being one of the biggest objections, and you said
there wouldn't be a money objection. I know.
So then you drafted a response and said,
hey mate, that's so disappointing to hear. I think we're making great progress. So I can understand better, I'll send you a form to get some feedback.
So don't say, okay, let's edit that. Have you already sent it?
No.
Okay, remove the so. Just say disappointing.
No. Oh, sorry. No, I said that. That's disappointing to hear.
Oh, I thought you said so disappointing.
No, that's disappointing to hear. I think we are making great progress, and then full stop.
Roger.
So I can understand better, I'll send you a form to get some feedback about your decision and how you found the coaching process. Please be as honest as possible, as it really helps me out. That's kind of an offboarding form that I have that I would use to then be on a call with them and go through what they've said. I have a 12-week minimum term with coaching. This is a minimum time frame to even begin to get results with clients. Just for you, I'm not going to enforce this, but I do want to discuss more your decision. Alongside this, there is a 2-week offboarding process with clients so that we can help set you up for success while we aren't working together. Can you please get that form done, and I'll chat to you Friday in normal check-in time. Okay,
good. So you're going to keep the normal check-in. That's who you're going to speak to him. You're speaking in assumptive language. You're going to speak to them. He's going to fill out the form earlier. Okay, good. I'm fine with that. So what the temptation is for a lot of coaches, they attempt to, the big mistake they make is they attempt to try and have this conversation over a text, and they'll try and always convince the client, understand the client, ask the client 7 different questions about why they want to stop coaching or stop engaging in a service or product. You want to get them on the phone, basically kind of as quickly and as reasonably possible, and assume your normal coaching call, because that conversation is where you're going to be able to listen to them and engage in a conversation to be able to problem solve whatever's going on, because it is quite bizarre. And you're going to get a lot of clients that come to you and want to stop coaching but don't give you a genuine reason on the upfront until you speak to them and give them, and they get the opportunity to be honest with you on a call. So
my next call with him is until Friday. Should I make it earlier?
Yeah, good. Yeah, great point. Friday.
I can make it pretty much whenever in the next couple of days.
Yeah, I would do it earlier. I would do it basically as early as possible, so you can speak to him before he has the chance to ghost you or be more kind of aggressive with, no, just want to cancel coaching, and sends another follow-up message, which people can do. And the reason is because it's not so you can save the money and business, that's important, but he's genuinely not going to achieve his goals in 4 weeks.
No.
Without, in steroids. He's not achieving his goal within 4 weeks. So this is in the best interest of the client to give them the space and give them a chance to talk through some of their self-limiting beliefs, their self-objections that they've found, or the doubts that they may have and the fears that they may have. And so it is for them just as much as it is for the business owner. Lockie sent a bit of a longer message here. Often I will tell my students, and I'll often do as well, yep, that's not a problem. He sends the form off, good, and then we'll just send a link to book a call in or assume the coaching call. And so you'd say, hey, that's not a problem, totally understand what's going on. Let's say they give you some big reason, say it's a money problem, totally understand, the financial situation. We have a offboarding process, and that means we have one last call together, and that's just so we can, like Lockie said, set you up for success while we are working together. Here is the link to book, or I'll speak to you at X and Y time and day, and our normal time and day. Then that's your opportunity to spend 20-30 minutes just listening and understanding and asking questions and genuinely receiving feedback, and not pushing so much with the client, that not trying to take on and continue working with a client that genuinely isn't a good fit So you're really trying to understand, you're trying to listen, you're trying to diagnose the problem, you're trying to help the person see past their self-limiting beliefs, understanding their fears, and 2 ears, 1 mouth, and do a lot of listening. And then towards the end, do some reframing and perspective shifting and belief shifting if you need be, which usually you do. Or if money's a problem, you downsell. Like, people look like they have their shit together. Like, I don't know, maybe you know for sure money's a problem, money's good, but some people have the appearance of money being a problem, but they've got some shit behind the scenes that, they're going through. So you just downsell and you adjust and create a bespoke package for them that works for them by asking them, hey, what's your budget? What did you want to edit? What were you considering?
No, it's not anything important.
No? Okay.
I'm going to send it to
Probably the only little nuance I might change is just for you. I'm not going to enforce it, get good, but I do want to I don't think you even need to include that, because there's little subtle psychological inferences here with these sentences, but I do want to discuss more your decision. Some people can feel like they're about to be persuaded when someone says that. And the next sentence you say, alongside this, there's a 2-week offboarding process, that's going to give you the opportunity to discuss his decision anyway. But some people can get a bit scared and fearful of like, fuck, he's going to try and convince me to do this, by saying, I do want to discuss more of your decision with you.
Okay.
So instead, if you just keep the 2-week offboarding process.
So just get rid of, but I do want to discuss.
Yeah, just get rid of that. Like, because it's self-evident in what you're trying to do, but it's not pushy. By removing it, it's not pushy and doesn't induce any fear.
What about the part where I say, I'll send you a form to get some feedback about it?
Send the form in the message. Do everything in one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so make sure you hyperlink that there. And you might find it, I don't know if you'll find it difficult to get an earlier time with him.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. But say, can we do these times, or however you want to ask the question, like, let's do this time, this time, this time. If you can't do any of those times, or we can't find a time, we'll default to your normal Friday check-in.
Yeah.
So it's already assumed. And then that's it. Record the call, then we'll review it.
Tomorrow morning, 8:30 this time.
Anything else you want to add or ask?
No, all good.
Money.
Sweet. The only other thing which you don't need to have on.
Next phase and chapter. Remember that 4-week. Well, it's going to be the same video, is it? Should we put this in the same video? Skip this part.
You can do a part 1 and part 2.
Is it a fucking? Who am I? Steven Spielberg? Like, am I that? People care that much?
Just re-explain the situation.
2 days later, the client that Lockie had that cancelled, wanted to cancel coaching. We have an update. What's the update?
So I just got off a call with him, and basically he said it was a monetary thing, which I was very surprised with. I did not think it would be.
You thought what?
He's working 50 hours a week right now, and he doesn't have many expenses. So I was very surprised he said that, but I basically just said to him, I said a couple of things. I said, do you record your income and expenses? And he said, no, but I basically don't spend any money on myself. So I'm like thinking, well, how do you have no money? And so I'm not directly, I didn't say, well, how do you not? Because he does, so he has some expenses like his food, his rent, or a bit of his rent, but his parents help him with a bit of his rent. And then that's basically it. Or like, I suppose like his car, like fuel and just general expenses. But he's working about 40 to 50 hours a week. And I was basically very surprised. He said it was his income or a money thing. So I said to him, would you be open to some guidance or suggestions around helping your financial literacy?
Good work.
And he said, yeah, sure. And so I'm going to send him your income and expenses spreadsheet, showed him like what it looks like. And I'm going to send him that, send the video of how to use it. And then I said, I'm going to check back in with you later this week as accountability for making sure you've done that. But also I want you to give me a number that you can work with for the next few months until you go back to uni next year, that you can allocate towards your investing in your health and the coaching process.
And how do you receive that?
You seem pretty open to it. And I said to him, like, mate, like I've really enjoyed work. I was open with him as well. I just said, I've really, really enjoyed working with you. Like we've already gotten results. And I was disappointed when I got that message, but I can understand your situation and this is a common situation. However, I really want to keep working with you in some capacity, and I hope that you're the same. And
you said, I hope. Did you ask a question? Is that something that you would like as well?
I didn't ask the question. I don't even know if I said that, but I basically said like, I've really enjoyed working with you. He kind of then reiterated that. He's like, yeah, like I've really enjoyed it. And so then the kind of 2-week cooling off period, if you will, would be the second week would be next week. That's in my waiver. So that second week would be next week. And we're going to go through it a bit more then, chat more in depth about like what we've gone through today and what he could work with going forward. But I said in the meantime, keep doing everything, keep training, keep doing your nutrition, keep doing the tracker. I'll send you the income and expenses tracker, because it just sounds like he has no idea about where his money's going.
Right.
And he's only...
He may actually be he may be miscalculating actually his position based off a couple numbers in his bank account. And so I like how you handled the situation well. You handled the situation well. The way you framed it. I love that question you asked. It was a very open question. Like, would you be open to me helping you this? That's great. You had a tool for him to give him for free. Great. One thing that possibly you might want to explore is where there's money, there's usually personal problems. So I wonder what personal problem is contributing to the financial scarcity, whether it's a mindset related issue, like a perception, which is faulty or distorted, or it's a legitimate issue, like he's gotten caught up in something that you're not aware of, which then the problem is not money anymore, it's an addiction, or it's a inappropriate or overspending somewhere because of something else. Do you have any clue on that, or is that something
if I could
want to
guess,
dive to?
I would say it's mindset. I don't think he'd be the kind of person that would have something like that. You never know. But he also said like he doesn't really spend much money on himself. Like he doesn't really like, because I was explaining I said let's start with this, and then another possible thing we could use is your video on setting up bank accounts and having
Welcome to send that to him.
Those. Well, and I said that to him, and I said, a great one that's helped me is the fund account, because you know how much you've got to spend from that fund account, and then spending it, you don't feel guilty. And then he went on to say, well, I don't actually spend a lot of money on myself anyway. Like I'm not really the kind of person that will go out and buy a new pair of...
If you don't mind me asking, like, where's all this money going? Where are you spending most of the money? Why do you think that there's financial scarcity here? And then if he's, again, the framing, and if you're open to sharing it, how much savings do you have? And you can say this a number of ways. You can say like, is it below 4 digits? Is it above 4 digits? What's making you feel this feeling of, let's say it's fear, assuming he said it, fear around money. Is it because a lack of that or something else? So you're just kind of guiding and letting him tell you what he feels safe to tell you.
Yeah. Because as I said, he doesn't, like his parents have got money as well. And he said that they're helping him with the rent in Melbourne. So like he wasn't working when he was at uni last year, but when he goes back next year, he's going to be working alongside uni. So he'd still have consistent income coming in. And he worked like 50, 60, 70 hours a week last year on his gap year and just worked the whole year. So he's going to have some decent savings. I'm not really sure where.
Okay.
So that's why I think it's a mindset thing.
Okay. Well, to clarify that, make sure, have you queued him to get him 3 months? I need the last 12 weeks of income and expenses in this tracker, because you can't just have the last week. You need to get retrospective information so and he knows what's up.
I haven't, but I can ask him.
Tell me.
Yeah, I can tell him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man, just to clarify, I just need you to the last 12 weeks. Here's an 8-minute video explaining easily how to do it. Shouldn't take you too long.
And he said he doesn't spend a lot of money, so it can't be that hard.
We're about to find out.
Yeah.
People think something and something is actually the case.
And then should I ask him to tell me what that number is? Or...
But instead you can say, hey, and if you don't mind sharing, could you share a viewable link of the tracker?
Would that be better in a message or a voice message?
A voice message.
Yeah.
Because you can hear tone.
All right.
He's up there.
I'll go to my room quickly.
Your room. Well, good. So look at that. You have a tool to help problems, like finance is one of the biggest obstacles for clients stopping coaching, people stopping any engagement of any service or product. What can you do? There's a mindset related component. There's a practicality tool resource component, which we have and I have with the finance tracker that I give to all my students and clients. It's free on strictlysaad.com. And then there's just an awareness problem. It's like, what is going on and why is it? So you need awareness, you need to diagnose, you need to make someone feel safe enough to tell you the truth and feel comfortable. You think, I'm a coach, I'm a health professional, I'm just here for training and nutrition. Okay, but one of the biggest obstacles for them achieving that training and nutrition goal is going to be finances, it's going to be time, it's going to be psychology and mindset. If you're not equipped with the skill sets or tools necessary to be able to problem solve those, then your clients actually don't get the help that they deserve and they say they're so important to them. So not only you less useful, they don't get the very thing that they say they desire and want, so they live a worse quality of life generally. So that's why you should equip yourself with a holistic skill set in all realms and use a variety of resources to help support them so they can get to their goals faster and not wallow in a pit of mud and khara.
Khara.
Yeah, if you know, you know. That's right. What was that?
Ish poo.